Hello.
Hello.
Darlene over there doing her thing, forever eating, drinking, writing,
I can't
looking,
help it.
He did not invite us to breakfast. How about that, y'all?
ever. Yeah, there you go. Another one of those.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta have my sourdough and my Nutella. I'm like, come on, and a cup of tea. It works for me.
Well, I got my tea. That's all
I can smell it all the way over here. Okay.
You smell it all the way over here.
Well, tea time.
It is definitely tea time. It's ginger. I had like ginger and all the other mixture stuff in there, but I got that new ginger. I'll tell Ron to bring it to me, but you guys got to try it out.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, it's so very good. I think I ordered it offline. A friend introduced it to me. And so you chopping up your own ginger, they actually have crystal light ginger that you can buy from the international market.
I have that. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so delicious. Like,
yes, it is. I have that. Yeah.
So I mix it with other things like lemon and mango, all this other good stuff. And then I put like my little leaves and stuff in there with it.
Wow.
I still believe COVID is out here. Matter of fact, my daughter just caught COVID, so.
Oh, wow.
Really? It's still here.
She caught full-fledged COVID, was down for 2 weeks, and
oh my
she's
goodness,
working with some kids or something. And they had to put her in a hotel and her away. So she's not here in Maryland, but I will let you know it is heavy and it's popping. So if you live in Florida, hint,
Florida,
they're heavy with I'm just going to say that, yes, a lot of people are getting COVID, specifically in Florida. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's where where they're free to get in the beach and all that good stuff. And
they were supposed to talk about closing down the beach for the what they call it, the summer college.
Because they had so much spread. You're right. That's when it starts. I'm sure that's where it started spreading.
Because a lot is going on. But hey, it is still a lot going on. So we just have to know we got to stay healthy still as much as possible and do what we got to do, and maintain our health, guys. We just can't take for granted that it's all gone away. Right. And we know people who are having it and suffering with it. And so we just got to know that we got to just stay connected.
Protect yourself especially when you're in crowds.
Yeah.
Especially. I wear my mask all the time around my neck. So if I'm going through, it's like a clap. I just hook it on right fast because, when I'm walking, just taking my walk, and I try to walk by the trees and not on the main street so that I can breathe some fresh air from the trees.
Right.
Well, we have to get Dr. Lang on.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. I was thinking about that. Yeah. Because I was going to put them on for this month, but since it was Mental Health Month, I said I'll switch it and I'll see what's happening with him this coming month. So,
yeah.
Hey, Terry. We got Terry in the house.
Come on, y'all.
Hey, Terry.
Come on
How you doing? Oh, you see the calendar in the background. You're so welcome. I love my calendars for beautiful art.
Yeah, it is. Yes. We got to have to talk about her art as well one day.
Her art is popping.
Her art is really wonderful. Absolutely. So, ladies, how y'all doing? Charlene, what you been up to, girl?
Everything. Supporting my sisters however I can. Luckily, I'm in town. Well, I was in town. I think I came back out of town to try to get to the Luther Vandross thing. And I was like, oh, my God, I didn't make it. But I really wanted to see Luther.
It was beautiful.
And back and forth in North Carolina. And I'm like, I think I should go on and just purchase this house in North Carolina and stop renting it. So
you stay on that road, girl, quite a bit.
We'll have a home to come to when we go to North Carolina, right? I don't know anybody in North Carolina, so
in Greensboro, North Carolina, the home of the Aggie Pride. Okay.
I need a reason to go to North Carolina, I think. Then.
There's so many reasons. It was where one of the greatest sit-in movements happened. So yeah, the Cultural Arts Center is there. It's so many great things you could think about.
They really have renovated a lot and rebuilt and revitalized that whole area. I mean, the South North Carolina area.
What part of North Carolina are you speaking of?
Greensboro. You definitely Greensboro and Durham. Those are two powerful cities in North Carolina.
Really?
Absolutely rich history. Some of our wealthiest people are right there in Durham that created the first Black bank.
Oh wow!
Or insurance companies, things like that. Richard, the school, St. Augustine. Okay, those type of things. Huge pieces of information. The sit-in movement by the 4 Black kids that got beat, and Jesse Jackson, of course, graduated from North Carolina. And don't sleep on Jesse. I know he got his deal, but Jesse is our man, okay? Don't be messing with Al Sharpton and Jesse, okay? Y'all leave them alone.
They are our leaders, and we're gonna.
They are human beings, but they will fight for
humans.
They are human, okay? We just need to keep the They are humans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't take that away from them. I don't care.
No, you cannot.
What's up, Peg?
I'm almost choking myself with my necklace.
What you up to, girl, in your world?
Oh my goodness! I had the opportunity to see Luther. Oh, Luther is still here.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Y'all put that relive on that Kafoka. Be like, well, where is he? Because we thought he died.
I had a chance to see Babyface.
Luther can relive.
I had a chance to see Babyface. I had a chance to see Anita Baker, and I am going to see Smokey Robinson tonight.
Woo! Go girl. Go bragging.
Thanks to Wawa. Okay.
I'm
glad you were able to make it this time. Because last time you weren't able to.
We tuned to that because
she had a ball.
You get them backstage.
No, didn't get at this time.
What's going on?
There's a lot going on, and when you have certain tours, you just kind of like stuff is all over the place, and you just kind of respect the fact they need their space.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and especially since he came on first, and then you had this fantastic show with Anita Baker. That's like, oh my God!
My favorite. I have to
give her credit. She did it.
Anita is I'm going to see her. It's going to be a date night. I'm going to New Jersey to see Anita.
It was worth it. Every bit of it.
Philly. I think she's going to Philly or New Jersey. She's worth it.
Yeah. So Peg, I'm glad you had a chance to because you need that break to get out and do something other than working all the time.
Girl, it felt so good. Why? And I have to thank you. It was like well needed. Yeah. I came home, I slept like a baby.
Did you really? Yeah, I'm glad you were able to get out and just, relax and enjoy, be entertained.
Yes.
Be entertained. It's nothing like going out and being entertained. We've been doing so much on our busy schedule.
Yeah, and you've been busy too, why?
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Yes.
I think why she ain't got no rest yet. I mean, the day after, me and Lynn were there with her. Like, I'm like, are you gonna go to sleep? Like, literally, go lay down somewhere.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
In between shows, okay, and productions. In between productions. Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot, but all is well.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. Yeah, it does. Lily, what's going on with you, girl?
Hey, I'm just trying to get some rest in between everything too. But I too was blessed on Mother's Day to go.
Yes, you were.
Babyface and Anita Baker, thanks to my sister, Wyoming. Because that was an awesome show, and I think both shows were awesome. And I had seen Babyface a couple of times, and I knew what to expect. But with Anita Baker, that was my first time. So to look the graphics, the technology that she used.
Technology has really
so
much. It's amazing.
I had never seen technology like that.
It's amazing. That was awesome. We are now, ladies. This is where we are now.
Yeah, she had her whole band floating in the air. It was like what?
Yeah, this is where we are, and I think that's even more of an entertainment. Of because you're wowed. It's a wow.
Yeah, it was a wow situation, and it just took you and it drew you in, it did everything that you would want a show to do.
Yes.
She could do that whole show by herself. And plus she had, of course, her singers on the side, but those graphics pulled you in.
Yeah.
That's
what she wanted. She wanted to wow you, and she did it.
She did. She wowed me. I'm telling you, that's wonderful. Awesome. So that was Mother's Day, and this week has been awesome, and taking care of my wonderful sister, and all prayers to her.
Yeah.
And like, so it's been a busy week, but
hey,
June, May is almost over. No.
Yeah.
No. There is no May. Where's May? Where's May at?
May. It's like I was even, as you can see, before we came on, I was already at the end of May already. So yeah, we do have another week.
Yes, we do.
May is gone. Wait a minute, I forgot to tell you that Ron and my son got me a black card, and we came into DC and lived it up for Mother's Day. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And honey, bread and chocolate was our place, and we loved it up. So yes, I forgot to share that. They would want me to share that. And then we went over to Sylvia's, heard that.
At Howard Theater. Yeah.
At Howard Theater. And she was live. She had a live band.
I saw that.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. It added something to her show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was needed to add to her show. And when I saw it, I was so proud to say yes. To have something to enhance or do what she needs to, especially at Howard Theater. I mean, she went to the Howard Theater, the historical Howard Theater. So bringing music there made all sense.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, we were blessed to have a little bit of Sylvia earlier last Friday at the Phenomenal Women's event that was at the Bowie Performing Arts.
Okay.
And she showed off. She didn't even want to leave.
I know. She's such a part of us now. She's just at the hip of us. We got to get her back because I want to hear all the things that she's been doing since our last interview with her. She's been doing so much, and so much is yet to come for her. And so we just got to.
And we definitely got to get the word out, because our seniors, they would absolutely love her, because they are of her era, and they know who she's talking about and who she's doing the impressions of. So we encourage you to look for Sylvia's production and bring your mamas. And
Sylvia Tremore Morrison, so we can know who they know Sylvia is. Sylvia Tremore Morrison.
I couldn't think of the whole name this morning. A little bit too early, but yes.
She's with Tom Joyner right now. She is headed to Florida, and she was invited last minute to the Tom Joyner morning cruise.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes. I couldn't go because I love my girl Gina. So I stayed back because they were letting us on that cruise. And I was like, OMG, my dreams is to go on Tom Joyner. But God
bless
me
too. I want to go. I've always wanted to go.
She will be performing right this weekend. So they're going to be there for, I think, 5 days. I don't know how long.
But she's huge.
Our sister is there, honey. She's there.
Oh, bless her heart.
Kudos
to you.
Yes. That's awesome. Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going on. We got speaking of the arts and a woman that's doing some things. I mean, Charlene, this is your day, education, mentoring. Before we get to her, but we have a sister that's talking about the arts for real, because we're about the arts all day long. Women are doing their thing. We have been talking about how many things women are doing. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
That because we need, this is our time.
This is our season.
This is our season.
That's
and you got to live out your season.
Yes.
And folk can't get mad with you when you got to live out your season. Don't even get mad. Don't get upset. Don't get this, that, or don't get,
Hey,
out of shape.
That's my baby.
Because when it's your season, it is your season.
And you better know that it's your season, women. You better ride that wave, because seasons come and go.
Yes,
so you better know and ride it. And that's what we see with you, Wyoming. You're riding this wave. You're riding in your season, like Sylvia and many others. Nobody can be mad at you. If anything, guys, we need to jump on the wave with them and keep pushing. Keep the momentum going. Ride the wave.
Yes.
Yes. And I think because we have such a strong organization and group that we could pull from and pull on, it's just such a blessing because everyone, again, can't take this for granted. So I think that having this platform, and Peggy, you've been able to have us to come together as sisters to work together is phenomenal. Everybody's not getting this.
No, they're not.
They're not, Peggy.
No.
And
that's okay. The right ones are getting it. The right ones.
Yeah. Well, you are going to have that, but just the fact that it exists.
Well, each one needs to tell one.
Each
one tell one. Each one tell one. If you see it, spread the word. Spread the word.
Can you tell somebody's birthday this month, Peggy? What's going on with them birthdays?
Yeah, because some of the sisters in the organization have birthdays. So let's see and shout out those who have birthdays.
There we go.
Yeah, Linda, look at that birthday card.
Oh,
Mel, Charlene. Not Charlene. I'm sorry.
No.
You're gonna kill me, Gina.
Don't ever put me in no May birthday. I'm not August.
Gina, that's Gina.
Gina's celebrating her birthday tonight.
Okay.
Claudia, Lynette, and my mom is celebrating her birthday, her 90th birthday tomorrow. So we're gonna be celebrating.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, mommy!
Happy birthday to you.
And want to give our historic birthdays.
Oh, yes, our historic.
Oh, yes. We have Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer. He was born in 1946.
Really?
Yes. We have Reggie Jackson, the baseball player, born in 1948 on the 18th. We have J.A. Burr, B-U-R-R. He invented the lawnmower, everybody. He invented the lawnmower in 1899. I just had to throw that in there. Malcolm X. And you know who Malcolm X is, our Black nationalist, born 1925. And last but not least, Christopher Biggie Wallace, rapper, born in 1972. One of our ancestors.
Yeah. All right. Happy birthday to everyone and all of our celebrities that passed, present, and everyone that's out there celebrating. Let us know who's celebrating a birthday.
Yeah, if you got a birthday, let us know.
Shout it out.
Post up.
What'd you say, Charlene?
Post them up. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Right,
so, but there's a lot going on in the news. You know?
Yeah.
Jim Brown passed away.
Oh, I just heard about that yesterday.
I heard about that.
Jim Brown
I'm sorry for his passing.
In power and peace.
Yeah. He was like 87.
Yeah,
he was
NFL pro football player. So we
they denied. Absolutely. So, but yeah, that's I don't know. Dante had a photo of him. He was in fire. Oh yeah, there he is.
There he is. Okay.
Rest in power. Rest in peace.
Yes. 1936 to 1923. 2023.
Oh my God. When I see 1936, I'm like, dang, that's kind of old.
It does. It looks old. It looks old.
Like 19. When was Mama born, Peggy? She's in the 20s.
1933.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Blessing. I just told you that this morning. I said, what a blessing to have her.
Yes.
You don't know.
That's a serious blessing.
At 90. Happy birthday to my cousin Ronnie, Missy, and Tamara, and also my beloved mothers. Oh yeah, may you rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yes. Thank you, Terry. I saw your message. Thank you so much for supporting us, supporting the kids. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and
I enjoyed it.
I can't thank you guys enough.
So good.
Yeah.
So why are y'all guys taking it to Broadway? In New York City?
I've been here. There was a conversation. Look.
That would be wonderful.
That hasn't been. It's a
but
lot
you
of.
know what's coming to the probably. I don't know. I can't say for certain on that. It's like I said, conversation has been had or suggestions have been had because you can do stuff off Broadway. You know, they got a Broadway and
off Broadway, right? You got to start.
So that may, if anything, it could go off. But what is coming to Broadway is The Wiz. It's starting.
Yes.
And who is the star in The Wiz? Tell them that. You know his star.
Who?
I am not saying. We'll just have.
Well, you gotta tell us.
Girl, I forgot. I'll have to look it up.
No, it's coming back, and it's coming here.
Yeah. Is it
March.
the National or the? We have to look it up.
It's the National Theater, but anyway, it's coming into Broadway. So yeah, that's what's happening.
The best person is Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills did it back in the 70s. She can do it in the 80s, and she can do it now. Okay.
And Michael Jackson. Remember Michael Jackson and Diana Ross? Oh my God.
Yes.
They made down the road just a whole nother vibe. Yeah.
So in the meantime, like I said, that a lot is going on, so much in entertainment and
in our community.
Yeah, it is. So who's our guest?
Oh, well, guys, we have our guests, and I know we had upcoming events or anything. Peg, I don't know if you had your hot picks or anything, but
no, I think we hot enough.
Okay. We had enough of hot picks. Okay, look, because we'll try to be at all of them like today. It's all wrong. Anyway, guys, our guest today is Denée Brown, and she's an award-winning multimedia social impact artist, a photographer, a filmmaker, a vocalist, a philanthropist, you name it. She Howard University Solo International Vocalist Competition First Place Award, and her mixed media works are in many private and public collections, including the Heart of DC. Guys, Denée fine art photographs have been toured on exhibits in the UK via the Icon Gallery of Birmingham, England, and much more. Guys, we're going to bring her on so she can talk more about some of the exciting upcoming events and what she's doing right now to impact our community through the arts. Denée?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I like living this kind of life. I bless the life. Good to see everybody. Everyday blessings.
Good to see you.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Yes.
So today, there's a lot of things like you have going on in your world. We're always talking about how proud we are of our women, and especially our African American women, that we're doing powerful things, wonderful and meaningful things.
Yes.
And Charlene has definitely brought you to us to show that you are in the arts and education. That's exciting. Tell us all about it.
Well, I tell you, I'm so glad that Charlene invited me to speak with you and your audience today, because I am all about uplifting Black creatives in our communities and expanding Black entrepreneurship and really elevating the positive energy and positive vibes in our communities.
Yeah,
I love it.
That sounds so wonderful. And you're a part of a big organization that's within this community. Tell us about that.
Yes, I'd love to talk about that. I am one of the founding members of the Third. That is a women of color business incubator, co-working space, and cafe. And it opened in June 2020 on the lakefront in Columbia, Maryland. We are right in town center, Columbia, Maryland. This women of color entrepreneur incubator, they cannot ignore us. Black magic.
I love it.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
And so basically with the Third, it is, as I say, an incubator to help women of color to either start their businesses or expand their businesses, etc.
Okay, that's good. And this is all in Columbia, Maryland, correct?
All in Columbia, Maryland, on the lakefront. We have a whole corner, ladies, on the lakefront, where the Third is actually, where it actually is located.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. I am going to check it out. I will be there. Trust me.
Yes, we have an outstanding event. I have to interrupt you just a moment, because we have a super fierce Women of Color Art Expo. It's going to be a 3-day festival of women entrepreneurs, women creatives, and I think you're gonna put the flyer of the event.
Yeah, we are.
We don't want folks missing that event. It's called WOCAX, Women of Color Art Expo, and it's going to be from June 23rd through the 25th.
Write that one down. Yes, that sounds exciting.
In downtown Columbia.
Yes.
I'm telling you all, we're going to be turning it out.
How long has this been going on, this expo? How long has the expo been in existence?
This is the second year for the expo.
Okay.
In Columbia, Maryland. And it's just gonna be the event of the year. I'm telling you, ladies. In not only in Columbia, Maryland, but in the Baltimore, Washington region. It's gonna be that 2 years.
Okay. So since I have to stay for the whole 3 days, I've got some hotels out there close by.
Yes, we do. We have some outstanding hotels right around the lakefront area of Columbia, Maryland. And
that's a good idea, Linda.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful retreat there, actually. You know, Columbia, Maryland was founded by James Rouse, the visionary founder of Columbia. And it's all about bringing our multicultural communities together. And so the third, you know, right now, James Rouse is dancing in heaven because the third exists, because he was all about bringing people of color together, people, from all around the world together to live, work, and play better.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I know exactly who you're talking about, Mr. Ross.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there seems to be women, and of course men are part of it, as families come from around different parts of the United States.
The Columbia, Maryland literally is like a little mini globe, a little mini Earth. There are people from all over the world here. I love the fact that I can walk around Lake Kimaquandi, where the third is, and I hear people speaking from Africa, from the Caribbean, from Asia, from Latin America. And even with my own film and video and music work, usually you can find me collaborating with diverse peoples from all over the world. In fact, I'm headed actually to Ghana, ladies, at the end of this year. I'm a member of Columbia, Maryland Sister Cities Temagana Committee, and we are leading a group of those who want to come, and you can still get on board on the trip, by the way, to Ghana, and we're going to have exploration of art, culture, entrepreneurship, etc. All of that's going to be so exciting.
And the arts are definitely.
My God, have you been to Ghana?
This will be my first time stepping
forward. Be prepared, honey. It will change your life, okay?
Yes, I was there last year. Here's my
I was there in 2014.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I tell you where I have done a lot of film and photography work is in the Caribbean. For 10 years, I spent a period of traveling back and forth in the islands of St. Vincent and Grenadines. And I documented the life and the culture there, the music, the art, and all of that. And I've actually had exhibitions of my work about the Caribbean. I have made presentations at the Library of Congress. In fact, my work is archived at the American Folk Life Center at the Library of Congress. I've also made presentations about my Caribbean travels and documentary work at the Organization of American States in Washington, D.C. I am a Washington, D.C. native, by the way, and my work is also in the collection of D.C. Arts and Humanities. I'm a Maryland State Arts Council winner as well.
You are busy.
I'm really busy. And I'm really busy because I started this new startup. My startup, Denée Barr Multimedia LLC, was founded during COVID, y'all. I decided that I was going to take everything about myself, my filmmaking, my music, and all that, and combine it under one company, and that I was going to elevate Black creatives by collaborating with creatives from all over our region, local to global, and we will put out dynamic film and stories and narratives that really celebrate the African-American experience and the African diaspora.
I love it.
You talk about women doing it for themselves.
You
are on it. But look, we have a question for you that I should be asking you. So why and what made you, be creative in your entrepreneurship, and why you started this up, and how did you get started? In your
Yeah. So I basically came out of the womb singing, y'all. I mean, that is the first gift that God has given me. And as a young child, I started singing in the church at 4 years old in Washington, D.C. And I am a member of 19th Street Baptist Church in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
And yes. And I sing in several church choirs in the region as well. And so when I was about 11 years old, we were living in Northern California, and my elementary teacher knows something special about my voice. And so she immediately sent me to a nun, a nun of all people, to study formal voice singing Italian art songs. And from there, as I moved along in my life journey, we lived different places around the country. I was put in the top choirs and all of that to really develop my voice. And so I ended up, when it was time for me, I'll bring this story up to the present day. I'm based in Columbia, Maryland, and I am a graduate of the Columbia Center for the Theatrical Arts. That was founded by Toby Ornstein, who is renowned for cultivating musicians and actors and on Broadway and Hollywood and all of that, et cetera. And what I did is I said, wait a minute, I have all this different background with my voice and with filmmaking. I studied filmmaking at the University of Maryland. And also, by the way, my journey, I know we don't have time for all this, but I also was in engineering school, y'all, at University of Maryland.
On top of it all.
On top of all of that. So really, my company is really about combining everything about me and really elevating Black creatives. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I think we'll probably need an extended interview. I don't have time for that today.
No. Because you have good timing. Good timing. Yeah, you got to timing.
Then.
Yeah. Oh, my question. I think I did one question. It's like, because I'm more interested on once I get there, like I said, I wanted to know about the hotels, and of course we'll find out about how to get tickets and all of those things. But you left DC to go to Columbia, and do you find the arts, especially Black arts, do you find it better in Columbia? You've been able to expose it more in Columbia or than you did in DC? Because we have all this Black art and things in DC. What do you say on that?
Well, actually, I currently work. I actually develop projects in film and music in DC, in Howard County, Maryland, and in Baltimore. I combine, all of that. And so I'm really one of those creatives that is on the move, really elevating creatives in the Baltimore, Washington, DC region. It just so happens with this Women of Color Art Expo that's coming up at the 3rd in Columbia, Maryland, we're bringing creatives from DC, from Baltimore, from from Columbia, all over to elevate their talents as well in entrepreneurship, in music, and in culture and all of that.
So that covers the whole arts perspective and
right,
music and film, which is it all goes together.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
It's all about bringing our stories of the diaspora, really expanding that, our beauty, our strength, our power, our narratives.
So we see here that you're having these events, so we might as well dive into it so that we can go into some, information that you want to share.
Yeah, this is a big event, like a big event. And for those of you that are in the arts, maybe entertainment, can you kind of expound upon this particular event that's going to take place on June the 23rd? I see a schedule, I see it full up, but who is it actually for? Who should come? And then what are these days comprised of?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that, Charlene. This is an event for everybody is welcome to come. During the 3 days, we're going to have, first of all, women of color entrepreneurs. They're actually going to be vending outside there on the lakefront at the 3rd. We will also have entertainment, and actually is a DC-based, a Black-owned business, Art Vibes, who is helping to coordinate the entertainment that will be occurring over the 3-day period, both inside the 3rd and outside of the 3rd. We will also have an art exhibition of women of color artists, and that will be on display for the whole weekend. We're going to have an opening reception on June 23rd, a VIP reception. We'll be able to meet the artists of the 3rd, as well as the entrepreneur members of the Women of Color of the Third as well. And there'll be kids activities, DJ. I mean, you know, it's going to be a lot. And you'll also be able to tour this super fierce Women of Color Business Incubator in Columbia. We will have tours. We'll be able to go through and see our podcast spaces. We have a commercial kitchen there as well. We have event rental spaces. There's actually a small stage located in the Third as well. And we'll also be able to see the co-working spaces, the spaces where members of the Third work, you know, on their businesses, on building their businesses.
How many people do you all expect, Denée, throughout the whole weekend? Throughout the whole
time? What was that?
I was going to ask you quickly, how many people do you all expect throughout the whole, or have had throughout the whole entire expo?
Well, last year was the first year of the WOCAX, the Women of Color Expo at the Third. And I would say probably over that 3-day period, we probably had at least 1,000 people show up because, first of all, ladies, it's located on Lake Kittamaqundi in downtown Columbia, Maryland, where the Columbia Festival of Arts occurs. And that also will be occurring simultaneously as well.
Oh,
so
that's
this is an event that is open to everybody to enjoy who comes to downtown Columbia, Maryland and Lake Kittamaqundi.
Oh, wow. That is going to be super huge because the Arts Festival in Columbia is already huge, and for you guys to collaborate with them. So that means you just join on their crowd. You just, you know, basically bringing them together, saying we're already here, so let's do this together. That makes a lot of sense. I'm excited about coming. I always go to the Columbia Festival every single year because Denée never lets me forget me and Noelle. Absolutely. Well,
absolutely. Shirley, can I mention one other thing? Because you asked about for those artists and creators, Black creators who are listening right now. I'm looking for you. I need you to collaborate me. I'm going to make a shout out right now. I need the Black playwrights, dancers, theater people, creatives to come see me at the Third in Columbia, Maryland, and let's collaborate. I want to get that word out because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about uplifting Black creatives in our community, both local to global. I had to get that.
We think we got someone for you, someone out of Baltimore that Linda and Wyoming and I had a chance to meet at her art gallery. Remember, what's it, Lauren Benson?
Oh, Lauren Benson.
Yes.
She's having something today, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I need to connect with her. Absolutely, Peggy. That's a good connection.
Yeah.
I want to mention Baltimore. I got to mention Baltimore. I'm a member of the Greater Baltimore Cultural Alliance, and that is an organization dedicated to uplifting creatives all over Baltimore region. And I've got to mention one super fierce Black woman-owned gallery. She's one of the few that exists in the United States. That's Gallery Mertis, and that is located on North Charles Street in Baltimore, Maryland.
What's the name of it again?
It's Gallery Mertis, Galerie, and then Mertis, Myrtis. And the founder of Gallery Mertis is Mertis Bodella, and she is one of the few Black-owned galleries in the USA. And she is super fierce. And if you are in Baltimore, you got to head to Gallery Mertis as well. And you also need to connect with the Greater Baltimore Cultural Alliance in Baltimore as well. They're located on North Avenue in the district where the Maryland Institute College of Art is as well. So also for my Black creatives, I say, come see me in Columbia, come connect with the Greater Baltimore Cultural Alliance as well. Come connect to the Third.
Girl, we just love you. You are full of energy, full of information, full of resources. You are in the right camp, honey. This is where you belong, right in here with us.
I just feel so blessed today to be with you all today.
You shot a film in Howard County, correct?
Yes, I did. I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually shot a second film as well as Howard County be coming out. The first film I shot, it's entitled Generation, a Pamela Woolford film. Now, Pamela Woolford is someone that needs to be on your radar, everybody, because she is an outstanding Black woman writer, award-winning writer. And Pamela and I collaborated together I shot her film, Generation, Pamela Woolford film, and it's based on her mother, Reverend Sadie Woolford, growing up in rural North Carolina. And it's kind of a conversation between the generations, between Pamela and her daughter. And the film is all done through music and dance. The story unfolds through music and dance. It's an experimental film. And if you want to check out that film, that's www.generationthemovie.com. And I have to mention that Pamela Woolford was one of the featured artists in the Women of Color Art Expo last year at the 3rd.
She wonderful. She won. Love her work.
You wanna check that out. And her mother is a super fierce writer too. Reverend Sadie Woolford is the founder of St. John Baptist Church in Columbia, Maryland. So God has blessed me that He would put me amongst a mother and daughter team, a minister and a super fierce writers, and we would bring this beautiful film together that amplifies the power of Black women working together.
I love it. I love it.
Wonderful.
You're doing the work, Denée, and I like to ask people, because they're like, "Where's this passion come from?" With you uplifting on the social and the economic status of our Black creatives. Like, what is this passion? Where's it coming from?
The passion comes from the church, you all, and it comes from God. I come from a family of strivers. I come from a family that has been big on community service all their lives. Actually, my great-great-grandfather was a minister in rural South Carolina, one of those roving kind of ministers. So I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church where, family supported community. They wanted to see Black people uplifted, and all of that. I come from a family of teachers. My aunts were teachers in the DC public school system. And I myself have actually taught at Howard Community College, at Towson University, and in Baltimore as well. So it's really about my family background. That's what really drives my passion. I grew up in a family that just likes to give back to community, and through the arts, through culture, through all of that. That's where we come from. It really comes from God. It really comes. And in fact, me coming together with Charlene, because Charlene and I met really through an organization, a nonprofit that was all about giving back to this world as well. And so that's really the foundation,
Charlene. Good
really the foundation. In fact, I want to share my favorite Bible verse, which is Psalm 34:4.
Yes.
I sought the Lord, and He answered me and delivered me from my fear. That is the Bible verse that I reach for every day, because I know there's a lot of fear in this world. And I know that with God and with Jesus, that can give us to the strength to keep on moving forward. That's what it's all about.
So what is your next film? I know you got other projects.
Right. I recently did shoot some film footage for Pamela Woolford. So look for that film. That's up to Pamela to announce that particular film. I will mention it is a documentary type of film.
Yes.
And that she interviewed a 100-year-old African-American man in Howard County who has a significant history and story to tell about being Black and being in Maryland and how he got over and strived in this world. So I can't say too much about that film because that's up for Pamela to talk about.
Right.
But my next big thing is the Women of Color Art Expo there on the lakefront with the 3rd in Columbia, Maryland. And also, by the way, I am doing some events or putting that into play with the Howard County Center for the Arts in Howard County, and also the Howard County Center of African American Culture, Museum and Library. I've long done work for them. I've also done work with the Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts. That's a DC-based organization. and look forward for more projects with the Coalition for African Americans in Performing Arts, which I actually brought to Howard County, by the way. We've done several projects. We've done film and music projects, etc. And I want to also mention, again, happening in Howard County, but I'm telling you, the BWI region can be involved in this. That's what it's all about, is we now have a new arts cultural center dedicated to the African diaspora. It is the Harriet Tubman Cultural Arts.
Oh my goodness.
My favorite place, Denée. Yes. My favorite place. If you have not been there, it is the oldest school in Howard County where Blacks were educated. And to see the photos on the wall of people like my great aunt or someone that I was like, they went to school, like literally had to have their own school. It's like a private Black school, but it was public.
Right. It came up during the segregated times when Blacks did not have any other high school to go to. And so they had the Harriet Tubman High School, and that has been renovated beautifully by our county executive, Calvin Ball, who's the African-American Howard County executive, who's doing a super fierce job. He was able to get the Harriet Tubman Cultural Center up and running. It is run by
the real classroom, the real desk, real stuff is still in there. The desk guys is still in there.
Absolutely. There
Looks
are
like we're going to have to take a road trip to Columbia.
Yes. It sounds like it.
It sounds like a road trip to Columbia. We've got
definitely a road trip.
Linda, it's going to probably take a whole weekend. So.
Let me tell you, ladies, I don't want to interrupt you, but I got to tell you because I'm such a big fan. Because we are located in the region where Benjamin Banneker's farm is. The Benjamin Banneker's Park and Museum is located near Howard County, Maryland, just across the line in Baltimore County. I'm also active there in bringing arts and culture there as well.
Well, you're going to have to take us on a tour.
Yes, exactly, because we're in the area where the Underground Railroad went, Harriet Tubman's Underground. So I know the areas, by the way. And we have had tours here in Howard County and Baltimore County going through the Underground Railroad areas where Harriet Tubman dwelled.
That's
and
awesome.
Benjamin Banneker's farm is out here, and that is a museum and park that lots of programming going on. No, I'm a fount of information, by the way. When it comes
you are a walking historian, honey.
We're going to get a bus.
We're trying to catch our breath.
We will have to get a bus and put you on the bus and give you the loudspeaker, and we're going to do a
tour.
We have to do a tour.
I want to ask you, Denée, quickly, because we only have a few minutes left with you. What have you been to? I'm sure I've been to DC, but did you visit the African American Museum here in Washington, DC?
Yes, I have. I've actually led several tours there. I'm a DC native. So all these organizations I'm actually associated with.
Because you remind me of just giving all the history of us as a people.
Yes.
And us as Black women who've done so much in the arts. So I wanted to ask you because I had the opportunity to go again, I think the second, third time on yesterday to visit. And each time I went, I've had a different eye opener, another vision of what I've seen and didn't see before. And now because I'm speaking to you, I hear and see all of our African ancestry coming out of you.
Yeah.
For some reason,
a lot of information.
I see it. Yeah, a wealth of history, but your ancestors live in you.
Yeah.
And that you have a lot to tell. So I wanted to know what were your viewpoints on the African American Museum that brought out so much that related to you as it relates to the arts.
Yes. Well, really, my whole focus now is to collect more stories and narratives and to bring more film and music projects out, into our communities. And that's what that museum is about expanding the narratives. So I will mention that I am a member of Women in Film and Video. It's based in Washington, D.C. And we will actually be bringing more projects to the region, including at the
that's what
Smithsonian Museum of African American History.
Wonderful. Yes.
A good connection, Wawa.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking my head is spinning.
I do have to give her honor and her roses. She is such a wealth of information, just like her father. Is he retired yet? But
no,
anyway,
my father's retired.
He's retired. So one of the good things I can say that she has three amazing kids. They've all done some amazing things. I'm so proud of them. Most of them went into IT, and then her just giving back to my son and my niece when they were there. Like I was like, listen, y'all going over there to Aunt Denée because she's gonna tell you where everything is in Howard County, from the ice cream shop to the open snow cone place to where to find fresh, cucumbers and tomatoes right here in Howard County. I'm like, go to Aunt Denée because
I know where all the Black-owned farms and businesses are in Howard County. All that. Come see me, y'all.
Consider it done. Consider it done. Let me ask you a question for you. I got a question for you. Tell us a little bit about the relationship with you having with the women of color and the business incubator.
Yes, I am actually one of the founders of the third, the Women of Color Business Incubator. I'm actually one of the founders. I was the one that felt that we needed these incubators to be established because there's strength in numbers, and we need to grow together and support each other. And the thing about the third is when you become a member of that Women of Color Business Incubator, we all are in there to help uplift it and amplify each other's businesses. Yes. So we're all about, collaboration. That is really the key, because we found that when you try and get something started on your own, people not going to pay attention to you.
That's right. That's
right. So the super fierce CEO founder of the third, Laura Bacon, she realized, that. And so she got some, it's all about a mindset, you all. Those people who have the mindset of abundance, of hope, and joy for community. That's how we move forward in this world. Let
me ask you this. Do you have to be a resident of Howard County to be part of the incubator?
No, you do not. In fact, we are actually also tied with the Women's Business Center at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland. And there are members of the third from the Baltimore, Washington region, from all over the region. So you don't have to live. You don't have to.
I already have a relationship with Morgan State. I'm a graduate of Morgan State, and plus do have a relationship with the SBA out at Morgan State. So see, you don't know what you just dropped here just a moment ago.
Right.
Okay.
Right. No, we're connected with Morgan State University. Yeah. And also our CEO, Calvin Ball, is a graduate of Morgan State University. Go Bears. And also he taught for many years on faculty at Morgan State. So Morgan State is all up in the house here in
that's all I need to hear.
Yeah, this is awesome.
As well as Howard University, because I come from a family of from Howard University. And I am a terrapin. I went to University of Maryland, College Park. And you know who the new super fierce president of University of Maryland is?
It's a woman.
It's a man. It's a man.
It is?
Yes, it's a man.
University of Maryland.
University of Maryland, College
I was thinking about, I got
it. Right. He's a super fierce, formerly he was the dean of the engineering school at University of Maryland. He is absolutely super fierce. And my background, I tell you, I have to go back again. Ladies, I was in engineering school at University of Maryland, College Park in the 1980s. And then I transferred into the film school at University of Maryland, College Park. And then I went back to art school. So they love me at College Park because I'm forever terrapin there. And in fact, I've gone back and done projects there, again, to amplify creatives of color as well.
Denée, you are amazing.
Yeah. How do we get tickets for the event?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that now?
How do we get tickets for the event? Coming up at
for the Women of Color Art Expo, which is going to be June 23rd through the 25th on the lakefront in Columbia, Maryland. Go to www.thethird.org. That's www.THE3rd.org. That's how you found out all about the third and about the WOCAX, the Women of Color Expo. And I see on the screen now you've got the flyer for the opening reception.
Can we get that, Dante, on that?
Would you repeat that? And we're going to put it on the banner again.
Sure. Thank you, www, and then put the word the THE, and then the number 3, and then put the letter RD and then .org. Just www.thethird.org. I see you just posted up the VIP reception flyer, but Dante is hopefully going to put up the full. I have the full schedule I sent you all.
Yes.
Of the third. So I look forward to you all putting that up.
Yes, we did. We showed it. We showed it while you did.
Oh, excellent. And I know we're running close to time, but I do want to end my segment with a song. If you let me. I know, Charlene, if you have some other things to wrap up on, but I do want to end it with a song.
Yes.
So next week, look forward to having Peg and her segment on entrepreneurship, and some guests will be coming. So
I don't know. We might have to bring her back.
our fabulous owner of the Third. So let's do that. Other people, and then just share. So no problem. Let's do it. So, but guys, so thank you for being with us. And I guess we allow Denée to sing us a song, but please share an amazing interview with Denée. You have the floor here. Let's hear.
We close out. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm all about sharing blessings. Them that's got shall get. Them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child. God bless the child that's got her own.
All right.
Everyday blessings, everybody.
Woo! That is such a true statement. God bless the child that has his own. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yes, ladies,
Billie Holiday.
Yes, it is. One of my favorite ladies right there. Thank you again for coming. You continue to be blessed. We salute women on this show. We salute you for all that you're doing. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Everyday blessings.
Every day. Thank you.
No, we know what time it is, ladies. What time is it?
It's time
for you
to walk in your purpose and
prosperity. We'll see y'all next week. We out for our entrepreneurship segment. Take care.
Take care.